pandemic? We'll speak to the doctor who used to be in charge of testing.
With Voltaren Arthritis Pain Gel, my husband's got his moves back.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is the first full prescription strength gel for powerful arthritis pain relief. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
What happens when we welcome change? We can make emergency medicine possible at 40,000 feet. Instead of burning our past for power, we can harness the energy of the tiny electron. We can create new ways to connect. Rethinking how we communicate to be more inclusive than ever. With app, cloud, and anywhere workspace solutions, VMware helps companies navigate change faster. VMware, welcome change.
I strip on public transit.
I strip with the guys.
I strip all by myself.
Breathe Right strips open your nose for relief you can feel right away, helping you take in air more easily, day or night. Things you start when you're 45. Coaching, new workouts, and screening for colon cancer. Yep, the American Cancer Society recommends screening starting at age 45 instead of 50, since colon cancer is increasing in younger adults. I'm Cologuard. I'm convenient and find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. I'm for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Politicians say they want to negotiate medicine prices in Medicare. But make no mistake, what politicians mean is that they'll decide which medicines you can and can't get, regardless of what your doctor prescribes, regardless of which medicine has been working, regardless of what new treatments become available. And it could even lead to long waits in Medicare for new treatments and cures. Call Congress. Tell them not to play doctor with your medicine. Paid for by pharma.
You're driving innovation. You're racing to the cloud. You need to do it securely. That's why Palo Alto Networks developed Prisma Cloud, an integrated platform that secures your cloud environments end to end. Used by the world's largest organizations, Prisma Cloud provides the cybersecurity you need from code to cloud, so you can get cloud security right the first time around. We've got next.
Our retirement plan with Voya keeps me moving forward. They guide me with achievable steps that give me confidence. This is my granddaughter. She's cute like her grandpa. Voya doesn't just help me get to retirement. They're with me all the way through it.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
This week on This Is Life, how a single act of violence, his killers got off scot-free, launched the fight for Asian American civil rights.
My family didn't immigrate here for me to not use my voice.
This is Life with Lisa Lang. Premieres Sunday at 10.
This is my wallet before, and this is my rich wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that I've collected over the years.
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at Ridge.com.
Sure, you'll teach her to drive a car. Then use Greenlight and teach her to save up for her own car. Mowing lawns and getting paid. Navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing together. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
For Avocado, sustainability comes first. We handcraft our organic mattresses, pillows, and bedding in our own organic certified facility in Los Angeles, where our team shares a singular purpose: to raise the bar for what it means to be a sustainable business.
We feel proud to be part of Avocado.
Discover the most trusted organic mattress today at avocadomattress.com.
The new CNN original series, Diana, premieres Sunday at 9 on CNN.
So what appear to be several dozen angry people protesting vaccines and masks followed a large group of parents and children walking to school. This happened in Beverly Hills on National Walk and Bike to School Day. And this confrontation was caught on tape. Watch.
He's going to be traumatized because you put that mask on him and you don't let him breathe through it. Your choice. That's my choice. Yeah, well, that's my choice. You better respect my choice.
Masking children is child abuse.
It is.
You mask your child, you're a child abuser.
You should choose what goes on your child's face and in your child's body. This is rape.
the children. Last week, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced that once the FDA grants full approval for all age groups, vaccines will be required in school. And Los Angeles is also an early adopter of vaccine mandates for all eligible school children. Joining me now is Samuel Braslow. He's a reporter for the Beverly Hills Courier who filmed just awful stuff we were hearing from those protesters there. What was it like to see that?
Well, this was the second protest that has been held in front of this school in particular, at Hawthorne Elementary School, and it was by far the most vocal and most hostile. It was tense. You could see that parents were trying to keep their children away from the protesters as they walked towards the school, and most parents tried not to engage, but a lot of what the protesters were saying, as you can see in those clips, was fairly inflammatory, sometimes fairly aggressive, and some parents did engage, and there were some very heated exchanges.
I gotta say, it just breaks my heart to see those kids. To see those kids in the middle of it all. What was the impact on them?
Yeah, so for the most part, most kids, you could tell, didn't really know what to make of what was happening. And that's what parents told me as well. One mother told me that her 5-year-old child didn't understand what was going on and was scared. And that was the reaction of a lot of the kids. They were scared. Some were visibly shaken. In one of the clips that you aired, you can see a mother picking up her child, and that child, I believe, was on the verge of tears, and other parents did report to us that their children were crying. The school had a fairly elaborate plan set up. The PTA had planned for Walk to School Day, National Walking Bike to School Day. They had planned prizes and kind of set up some snacks, and they were going to lead the kids through a workout. They had a fitness instructor to lead them through a workout outside the school. All of that had to be moved inside. Some of that had to be scrapped. And there were children who didn't want their parents to leave.
Yelling at families on National Walk and Bike to School Day. I hope those kids get the help that they need going forward. Samuel Braslow, we appreciate your work in shining a light on what happened that day.
Thank you so much for having me.
There are positive signs this morning that the U.S. is starting to take control of the pandemic. Hospitalizations right now are at their lowest point since the beginning of August. The average of new coronavirus cases in the U.S. is below 100,000 for the first time in 2 months. Here's U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy on CNN last night.
Certainly cautiously optimistic, and I think whether or not we see another surge of the virus depends in part on what we do to really accelerate vaccination rates.
Let's talk about this now with former coronavirus testing czar under President Trump, Admiral Brett Giroir. Admiral, just tell us the state of things here. Are things looking up? Could there be another surge? Could there be another variant that causes one?
So all of the things you said are true. We have certainly turned a corner. Cases are down about 50% from their peak. We have passed the peak of Delta infection, and hospitalization and deaths are trailing off. These are very, very good signs. This was associated with an increase in vaccination rate, more testing, and about doubling of the mask wearing. So the American people did the right things, but we are not out of the woods yet. As the Surgeon General says, there are still a lot of Americans who do not have natural immunity and who have not been vaccinated. They are still susceptible. And as we know, vaccine immunity will wane. So we do have risks of other peaks of infections later in the year. What I expect to see is the peaks will be less and there will be fewer hospitalizations, because although vaccine immunity wanes, you're still highly protected against hospitalization. So yes, we are moving in the right direction. Let's keep our pedal, our foot on the pedal, give it all the gas we can. Keep getting vaccinated, get tested, do the right things.
Okay, so on that front, Canada is actually mandating vaccines for air and rail travel. Do you think the U.S. should do that?
It's a complicated issue. I don't believe we should. And the reason is this, particularly for air travel. Air travel is safe. There have been a handful of small outbreaks. on airplanes. These were generally before masking and before vaccines have come up. I think the administration is really looking at that as another lever to sort of force people to get vaccinated. It's not for the protection of the people on the plane. It's just another way to sort of force people to do their vaccine. So I don't think that's justified, and it will really hurt the industry and travel. So it won't